want to be one of these people. I remember when I was a kid, I went to camp, I was only thinking about the bright lights, flashy lights, right? The work comes here, this is the byproduct. That's why you're here, to get better. Correct? Right? You're not playing to lose. You're playing to get somewhere. So don't just do it on the court, do it off the court. These are some of the Olympic athletes and the pro athletes who are in those bright and shiny lights. They understand what supplementation is about. And they've chosen to choose USANA simply because USANA has $1 million athlete guarantee, which means if the athlete were to test positive for a banned substance, y'all know what that means? Have you ever seen that happen on the news? It's happening more and more, especially in baseball. The steroid freaks over there. They're being tested and getting busted for banned substances. You know who helps them out? Nobody. They just lose money, they lose their titles, they lose their credibility, they lose their respect, they lose every single one of those camps that they went through for those 20 years as a child that you're going through now, just because they cheated. Or maybe they didn't even know they were taking was bad. USANA guarantees that that's not going to happen, which is another thing I like. You can take the product, say you turn pro later on, and if you test positive for a banned substance, USANA will comp you $1 million. They're not going to leave you out to dry. Which is cool because with over 700 Olympic athletes on it, that's a $700 million guarantee. That's never happened in the history of the 21 years of its existence, which is cool. Now, Tim wanted me to touch on, especially a lot of people, he's been asking us, what do I eat before a game? Do y'all have a set diet before your games? Maybe the week before, the day before? Raise your hand if you've got like, this is what I do. If you have that and set in stone. 2 people? 2 people? Everyone trying to go pro and 2 people have something that they eat before the game? Raise your hand if you eat breakfast every day. Raise your hand if you don't. Raise your hand if you know breakfast. Why breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You know why it is? Why?
Give you your energy for the day.
Right. It boosts your metabolism. You know what your metabolism is? It's the rate at which you digest food, which you utilize energy, how you regulate your body. Now what's important is when you wake up, 20 ounces of water within the first 5 minutes of your day. You wake up, I know it might suck. Either brush your teeth or do it before you brush your teeth. I don't do that, but brush your teeth and those first 5 minutes you drink water, 20 ounces of it. Just down that sucker. Hydrate your cells, get your body moving, get it waking up. Within the first 30 minutes of your day, protein. Protein. That adds to your cognitive function and your physical function in your first 30 minutes, whether it be eggs, whether it be a shake. Some of those prepackaged shakes that we have, a lot of times athletes don't have time. Y'all practice in the morning, don't know what to do. Just pop a protein shake. Right? How many of y'all eat school lunches? How many of y'all take your lunch? I'd suggest y'all get up early and take your lunches, because if it's as bad as it was when I was in school, it's you know what I'm saying? Like, is it food though? Is it though? Yes, it's good for you. Okay, fine, whatever. Bring your food so you know what you're putting in your body. Here's why. This is the last little tip I'm going to leave you with. This will save your life as an athlete or when you're 50 and you got that. Here's a zone. Raise your hand if you know what low glycemic is. A little bit?
It's like from
Okay. Kind of. Yeah. Right on. Here's what it is. A lot of people think, I gotta count calories. You hear that a lot? I gotta count calories. I gotta watch this based on a 2,000 calorie diet and blah, 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 and this. I gotta burn the intake and this, and protein and no protein, and paleo and carbs and no carbs, and all the stuff on the internet. Like, what do you believe, What? Is it really working for him, or is that just awesome genetics? You know what I mean? Like, you ever seen somebody just eat horribly and they just look too awesome for that? Like, that's cheating. Why does this happen to you and not me? Here's something we can all go by. that'll keep you in the healthy levels and you won't gain weight at the very least. Here's a healthy blood sugar line. Let's just use this. Let's use this line is too high, this line is too low. Glycemic index is something that rates your foods on the rate that it spikes your blood sugar. You ever heard that word, blood sugar? It's big with diabetics, if you have somebody in your family that is that. Here's why that's huge. If you eat something that's high in the glycemic index, like spikes your blood sugar, and it raises up here, insulin is released. Anybody know what that is? I'll put it simply for you. Fat storage hormone. That means the food that you're putting in your body no longer is being utilized as nutrients. Your body's in survival mode and it's just storing it in those gross places that's keeping you from the six-pack, or that's keeping you from like the toned legs and all the fun stuff. Here's what happens when it drops too low. Cortisol is released. Anybody know what that is? It's your stress hormone. There's such a thing. Stress hormone. That messes up your sleep cycle, which impairs your growth and recovery. That messes up your metabolism. That lowers your immune system rate. I mean, long term, it causes wrinkles and boring things like that that you can see externally. But look, let's say we wake up, we don't eat breakfast, right? So it drops low. And then you get that headache feeling and your stomach's empty and it's eating yourself out. You can't even concentrate during math class. So you eat the thing that's next to you, which is something that's chocolate or something that your friend didn't want to eat, and we spike it up. And instead of it feeding us, it's stored so it doesn't fill us. And so we get hungry again and it drops low and we get that headache right there, and lunch is just around the corner, so we overeat and we spike it again. Again, it's being stored. And then we go and practice it and we work it off, and then we get that sweaty dehydration thing and we get so hungry, we get home and we eat everything in frickin' sight and it goes back up. Times 20 years, we start looking like some of our parents. You see what I'm saying? Ray Allen hasn't had a cheeseburger in 20 years. Anybody shoot like Ray Allen? A, talent differential probably for all of us, and B, how he treats his body. Look up a Ray Allen workout, insane. Look up a Ray Allen diet, immaculate. There's a difference, and it's not just $1 million, it's how they treat themselves, and it starts with what they put in your body. So Tim was gracious enough to have us come out here and introduce you to that component, because it does matter. It really is 80% diet, 20% workout, because your body is built to change. It will change if you're feeding it the right nutrients to become what you want to be physically. And I know these two men know how to get you there, but you got to do your time in the kitchen or stay out of it, whatever you have the problem with. Anyway, but that's our time, so we just wanted to say thanks.
Questions?